Hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And today is gonna be a big exchange of ideas. I need your input on this one, guys. Again, for all of you thinking that we're gonna go in the wrong direction where anybody else is gonna dictate here, I'm the only dictator around this place. It's just an idea what we should do for the just to discuss what would be the best approach to develop further. Now, Stats, you said something that we can build intermediate city before we grow. Right. So my idea was like this. This is the grand plan. We were supposed to build a mining town over here with iron mining. Of course, transporting that iron with trucks probably would be okay. All the way to our steel mill. Now distance from here, even if we use the road system that we have over here, it's still a big distance, and even people might not be able to get all the way here in time to work on the projects that we need to. So intermediate city would be probably halfway somewhere there. Oh, by the way, this is one step. First step project would be to have a small mining community over here. The second one is the further expansion into the valley would be a small fishing village around here. That would be having a small farming area and growing fish for exports. This would be one of the important parts, at least what I was thinking about. This also would be a staging ground for developing our central valley over here with well, this is actually the richest part of the area. So if we go to the map, you can see that we have a lot of coal reserves on the left hand side here in the mountains. We have a lot of iron reserves in the lowlands here, even as far as I can see. Yeah, around here we would have some iron deposits, and then we have oil all the way here. We're gonna still stand off oil because 1968 currently is the plan. We'll see if that's gonna be discovered earlier. And then all the way in the back of the valley we have uranium deposits and bauxite. Bauxite is present here in the mountainside where the iron is as well, but we are not. We'll see how it goes. We'll see in what direction this is gonna go. Let me go and check some of these. Wow, we're getting a lot of these messages. Now, why am I asking you guys this? Because my plan was to start on a big project like, let's say, railroad construction. We're gonna need a lot of gravel for that, and this is gonna be the main focus of our episode. There's gonna be two focuses what we're gonna be doing here, and none of you, I bet, didn't expect this, because I kind of gave up on this right away and said that this is it, but it's not it. So one of them is going to be the one that is not going to surprise you. We're gonna start building our gravel processing infrastructure, just because one of the rare riches that this small valley, border crossing valley, has is gravel resource here, gravel deposits. We're gonna start. This is gonna be our central map-wide gravel production, and we're gonna focus on that. So what we're gonna do is build a roundabout gravel processing plant. We're gonna supply it with people. We're gonna build adjoint industries, and yeah, this looks pretty good. We're getting to the maximum capacity of steel, so we need to start using that steel as soon as possible. And we're gonna be developing this. The second thing is we're gonna explore this idea. I still need to find out how to utilize this best. We're gonna build a new farm. We're gonna build a third farm, and this is the question. Not question. This is a question that I have. I will focus this farm for only domestic consumption, so that means it's gonna be followed up with the local industries. I'm still finding the best way where I can put these local industries. I'm thinking of removing one of the fields here and placing this farm, another field over here, and having a small, probably the same size silo over here. And right. The one thing I forget, I kind of thought to myself in my head that this is resolved. We don't have to deal with this anymore. But yeah, we have. I didn't upgrade this infrastructure over here. Let's start with those two, and let's start with this. and this as well, they have access to this on the other side, so this infrastructure can be upgraded. Right, farming area for the future. I'm thinking it's January again, we're gonna be rushing to this, if at all we're gonna be, yeah, let's start on this straight away. So, this is an idea that I should build a small, it's gonna be one of these silos is gonna be over there. We can build different kind of silos, it doesn't really matter, it's just for our local domestic consumption. That's gonna be alcohol production. You guys, Yano, Olgala, BC, you guys are pushing for this, and I understand, and I talked to the local lumberjack union. They some people are really disgruntled and not happy about imported alcohol production or alcohol we have. It looks like they're selling us really bad moonshine. So what we're gonna do is put stop to that. We're gonna put a stop to that, and we're gonna go and build our own alcohol production. We'll see what we're gonna go with, beers or vodkas. Personally, I'm a beer fan. In real life, I used to make my own beers, but just a home brewer, nothing more, nothing less. I'm gonna start upgrading some this area over here, and of course the population is just booming. We need to do something about that. Also, we have a discussion concerning something in the comment section. This not in this video, but concerning education video. This is something I would like to focus on. University and the hostels, student hostels. So if you have a university in the town center like we do over here, this university is going to be attended by most of the people. But these people are going to finish university before they turn 21. So what does it mean? They will never go into hostel. They're just going to be people living with their parents. What we need to do, we need to delay their education until they're 21. And then send them to college, because then they're going to be using the student dorms. But how can we do that? We can do that by replacing this university with a hostel, student hostel over here, and putting university somewhere on the edge of town. Now there's two locations. I'm going to leave this to you guys to choose, because this set of buildings here, it's all related to the wood-based buildings, and also the whole theme of the town should be lumberjack town, and we are obviously putting a little bit more focus towards our lumberjacks. And I just noticed that I blocked both of this road and this. Oh no, okay, this is up there. Okay, right, so this is a lumberjack lumber town, let's call it. So what we can do here is go and put this university somewhere near the forest, where actually most of our forestry educated students can live. So we can put it somewhere near here. Of course, it's going to have to be within walking distance to the actual college over here. So that's apparently not the case in this case. So probably somewhere around here, college, the best place for college would be. Because we're going to replace this college with actual dormitory or student facilities, where they over 21s that didn't finish college, we're gonna go and live, and then it's gonna be within walking distance of the university. So what does that mean? That means all the people who cannot reach the newly built university, they will not get their university education until they're 21. That means they're gonna go and live in dorm, and from dorm they're gonna be able to walk to the university. Why is this important? Because for the future expansion, wherever we have any houses, they will be transported there. Right, okay, so let's start with the farm thing. Of course, I should have started it already, but let's make some bad decisions right now. We're gonna go for same old farm that we have here. It's still gonna be, I think it's gonna be challenged to build it, so I will be still doing the voodoo that I do so well. So this is maybe, I'm gonna see if this is gonna, let's start with this. It's not connected. We're gonna have to start with fields. Right, so we're gonna need additional field here that I mentioned, because we're gonna be taking away one of the fields from this farm. And right, this one has this pad here. So what I'm gonna do here is come and chop. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we're going to be taking one of these fields away. So future development of our future small domestic production industry is going to be over here. So let's demolish one of these fields, and we just, voila, created a new real estate. This is how, if you never watched, if you watched movies like Rock and Rolla or something like any movies like that, Guy Ritchie is one of my favorite movie guys, so you would know how this works. So how does this work? You buy a field, which is usually not that expensive, and then you bribe somebody in the city council to redesign this land from being agricultural land, which is cheap, to be industrial or residential, which is really, really expensive. And then you sell this land to a developer, and voila, you're a millionaire. So this is what we're gonna do now. Oh, of course, includes bribes. So it's be careful about those. Anyway, fields. Let's go and see how many fields we can plonk in here. We're gonna start with the big ones because we want to claim as much land as we can. So big fields. Obviously, this is the end. So let's go 1. And already we have an issue here. We have a little bit of a hill here that doesn't want to cooperate. Let's smooth this one. Oh, right. Really? That far? Oh boy. We're just outside of the range of our bulldozers here, but that's fine. Let's see if we can work around it. It doesn't have to be perfect. We can go with the small fields here. I'm betting that these small fields will not even, you know, have an issue with this. Well, what about this? What about us avoiding this hill here? And yeah, it can be like, okay, we can work around it. Let's go with medium fields, and let's go for 1 because we need 6 of those anyway. So we're gonna go for 3 of those over here. I'm pretty sure, hoping we can squeeze one in here. No. What about here? We can do one over here. I'm gonna go a little bit further just in case we need this land for something. Let's see this 1 and a 2. That's perfect. Then we're gonna need to connect this to our road network. I know this is not perfectly shaped, all these roads, and if you have any suggestions or criticism about them, please hit the comment section. Again, I'm gonna have to apologize for not being active in replying to the comments that you guys are posting. I will do that as soon as possible. Unfortunately, real life is still kicking my ass. I'm still in the middle of move. Next Saturday, or exactly in 5 days. This Saturday, I need to move a whole crap load of my stuff to a new place. So, still transferring majority of the small things and dealing with you know, paperwork and stuff. Don't worry, I'm not purchasing anything. I'm too poor for that. Just renting. Right. So let's go for big fields over here. We have one. Okay, this is not gonna be too bad. This one is a little bit off, so I'm gonna just rebuild this field. This is gonna be like this, and okay, this is actually working, I would say, a little bit better than expected, but I probably could have done better job with. Well, let's see. We need 12 big fields, so we're gonna have this one is of course going to be assigned to this one. Okay, full stop. I'm gonna connect this so they can start on the construction of this farm. I probably should have straight away. Okay, this is gonna be in this direction because all of the fields are gonna be pointed in that direction. So stop. Hammer time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 2 medium size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fields. We need 5 more big fields. We're definitely gonna have space for that. I'm pretty sure we're running out of space over here though. So let's see. Oh, we're actually not. How wrong can one be? Okay, and let's go and build it here. Perfect, and then in the end, no more. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that one is 8. We need 4 more fields, and they are going to be pretty happy around here. Let's see. Can I squeeze one in here? No, that's what she said. Right, I'm gonna go and place them in this direction. Yes. So we need 4. one. Again, we said that we cannot squeeze one in here. Right. Again, we have an issue with the hill over here that is kind of preventing us in placing this in an ideal position. So I'm gonna have to try to avoid this hill by doing stupid stuff like this. And this is where we open the can of worms or problems or whatever you want to call them, because now we have the this little hill causing big problems. Right, and the last field we need number 4. We probably could have managed this better. Okay, let's manage this better. Let's remove this one, and obviously this area here is gonna be a little bit unfeng shui, even if that's even a word. So let's try to take as much territory as we can from here, and let's go for another one, maybe opposite to this one, something like this. And again, this little hill over there is causing some problems for us. We can do this, and then can we do this? Again, no dice. Okay, this is gonna look a little bit weird, but I don't care. So, well, I do care, I'm just acting like, you know. It would be nicer if it can be fit better. Okay, so let's go with paths here. This is gonna be continuation of the path, and then here, and then the little labyrinth that we just created for ourselves over here. And of course this field doesn't fit perfectly, so let's see if we can manage to sneak our way into here. And let's see, no, here we go. This is the best we can do, and okay, this is gonna be fine. And let's just remove part of this, and let's try to see if it's gonna fit. Okay, oh right, we have another one over here. I totally forgot about this one. Okay, I'm gonna act again like we're gonna expand forever, so I'm just gonna do this and angle it towards here, and there we go, voila. Okay, so I know that this farm is gonna be tricky. I should have started with the mud road and then upgraded at a later date, and I should have upgraded this, but I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. We have 4 small fields. We require additional, medium-sized field. We require 2 additional medium-sized fields, and I'm thinking that this is definitely not ideal. So let's go and remove this one and create a T intersection here. And let's try to squeeze in a couple of these smaller fields or medium-sized fields here. Okay, so this one, of course, why would it fit? Why would it be okay? But it can fit in this direction, so this is fine. We can go for one of... Oh, right, okay, so it's an issue of it being too close to the road. There we go, that's fine. Create path like this and angle it towards the farm. Come on. Really? Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine with this. And then go for another one. I think this is the last one we need to assign. Okay, no field here, and then we can squeeze one field over here probably. Do I want it on this side or the other? I think because we're gonna be hopefully upgrading this side, I'm hoping that this is gonna be better choice, because if we're gonna be upgrading these gravel roads here, better to use, you know, to go partially. It's a little bit longer route, but it's gonna be graveled up faster than graveling up this path here for only this field. I will still put these paths over there. Okay, so the last thing we have over here is going to be here we go. All the way here. Of course, this is going to be so much fun to be upgraded. And by the way, yes, there are several things I'm going to address from you guys in the comments. Expansion of our construction industry, yes. We're going to have additional construction office. I will see how we're going to cope with that. Stats gave some good advice with specializing the construction office, which I tried before. It never worked for me, so I'm not sold on the idea that dedicated construction offices will work. What do we mean by that? Before I had LDZ, I believe, suggested in Canvu series that we can have a construction office that is only related to the that is only going to be in charge of constructing roads, paths, and conveyor lines, because they don't require or maybe even conveyor should have their own dedicated ones. I tried that; it kind of didn't work. It seemed like a little bit of a waste of resources. But I blame myself. I just blame myself, and I'm not really sure if I did it correctly. Now I'm gonna do a little bit more testing, which I still didn't do because of private reasons. So that I told you guys, and I'm gonna have to focus on that. Several other things in the comments I want to focus on, but I'm not sure if this is going to be our priority. Well, it definitely should. Centralized coal storage. So this is an interesting one. So should we have, not should we have, we will have centralized coal storage where we're going to be storing coal from our mine and charcoal kilns. I wanted to do that even before the suggestions. The idea was to build storage for our power plant. That's going to be directly connected to the power plant. To see how much coal we will be consuming for our own production, I will increase the production of electricity by exporting some, which I don't want to do too much of because coal consumption and all, this is not ideal. This is only 22% quality of coal. We get 20 tons of coal ore maximum production, so this is furthest from ideal that you can get. So anyway, you can see here in this case that we are processing coal faster than mining, but okay, we caught up because we have a little bit more people, but this is more or less ideal setup for us for a small coal production that we have going on here. Okay, so people I'm gonna have to focus on then later, because we just can't now focus on expanding town, because we need to find jobs for these people first. We have currently 90 unemployed people. We have submitted requests to Soviet Union to get approval or have delivered some of the bigger buses. We'll see if that's going to be a thing or not, because we are swamping our roads with the buses, the smaller ones. We'll talk about it later, but it's not a priority now. And even the factory or the gravel processing thing that I was fighting about finding in the last episode, and hopefully we're gonna have a little bit. No, this is the version 2. This is the one I don't like that much because it has enormous production of gravel, so I will go for the roundabout one. Okay, so the roundabout one is an interesting one, so we will have another set of problems with it. First of all, it's pointed in the wrong direction. Yeah, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna have a coffee. If you want to support the channel, you have a description of the video. It's coffee related, by the way. Also, that's your sign. Oh boy, that's a good one. Also, that's a sign for you to like and subscribe. If you didn't by now, it doesn't cost anything. You can always unsubscribe later. Okay, so we're gonna have something like this. I will be. Yeah, I can. Okay. Obviously our excavators, which we come back to comments that excavators and dedicated, these excavators, American ones, are okay. I have a feeling that they work much slower than Soviet excavators. So what's the problem with them? The problem is that these excavators, when they are here, I think they are working at a speed of 1.5 or 2 or whatever they are designed to work. So this one, whatever they're designed to work, their speed is, I think they're really slow. I think Soviet ones, they don't even have a stats for working as a bulldozer. They only work as an excavator, but they can work on these roads. And I'm pretty sure that they work a little bit faster than the other than the American ones. So you can see the speed with which they are working here, and I'm pretty sure that this one here already, yeah, probably should. I don't even know if they deliver bulldozers first and then excavators, because these two roads were built at the same time, and then these two roads were built at the same time. We have upgraded some of the paths here. This is really nice to see. And right, my problem now is that I don't have a free excavator because I send them all for construction sites over here. We have a construction site full of gravel, nobody working on it. We have a construction site without gravel and waiting for deliveries. We have here excavator. I do have enough, not even close, 29 tons to go. And this guy here, as soon as he gets the last load, this is gonna be, and it's on the way. Okay, I wanted to start on this roundabout thing here. Other option we have with this would be to turn the entrance to this. I know fully that this processing plant version 2 has entrances from both sides, and we can use any of them, but I think I don't like the huge amount of processing power it has, so I'm gonna avoid the version 2 for now. We can do it in the opposite direction. I can put it all the way like this. I was just trying to be cheapskate and maybe place it in this direction. The problem is that I'm looking for us to build additional infrastructure in here. Industrial capacity over here. That would be railroad construction office, and the second would be prefab panel factory. I think prefab should be our priority because of the railroad construction. They require, of course, prefab panels. Prefab panel factory, we will go for one of them, maybe vanilla, maybe the one from the game here. Now the vanilla one is we talked about this previously. Let me show you what is on the table here. We have Mr. Robs's here enormous prefab panel factory, which is interesting. I'm not really sure if I should go for this or not. No, definitely I won't go. This is way too big for us at the moment, so I'm gonna go for the other one. The other one is, if I can find it here, it has an icons of prefab panels, and I'm probably missing it, and you guys are going crazy here. Let me see. This one has the icons of the prefabs here, and I think the other one has too. I'm just gonna be on a safe. No, let's just run through this and see if I can find it. It might be on the first page though. No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me just try to find it, the prefab panel factory. If you see it there, just write it in the comments. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna see this comments now. Right, let's go for the last page and see what do we have here. We have gravel processing. We need prefab. No prefab panels here. I don't have any problem investing more. I'm not here to save any enormous amount. It's here. There we go. So we are not here to save enormous amounts of money on this is more expensive. Yeah, this is what I wanted to say. It requires 44 tons of steel. It's a little bit smaller, I think. It has railroad connection though, that's a positive thing. It's more expensive, so if we go for purchasing here, it requires 77,000 rubles to be constructed, but most, if not all, materials is going to be sourced locally, so this is an option. And the second one is the vanilla one, which is like only 2/3 of the price, so 50,000 rubles would be price of it. It's probably steel. It requires half of the steel. I don't mind this. I really don't mind the price of this. It's something different. It's enjoying yourself, trying new things. So this is the whole goal, the whole point of this. So I'm thinking of, because the vanilla one is cheaper and it has higher output. It has 10 tons of cement towards 65 tons of gravel, while the modded one, just wanted to see the level of difference in production. This one is 6 towards 40, which is more or less the same. So this is more expensive, produces less. I have no idea if there's any other downsides of this, but yeah, I want to go with this one. And for example, I'm probably gonna place it somewhere around here, probably in between these two buildings, and the conveyor belts are gonna have to go here. I know it's not the most money-saving solution. It would be better if I squeeze it in here, for example. I might do it, but if I do it here, it will have clear access to the. It's gonna have clear access to the railroad network if we decide to go with that, and if we're gonna have a central located gravel processing, thing here, we probably should consider having a railroad network coming here. So my idea was to build it somewhere here that has free. Oh wow, this doesn't like anywhere to be placed. Something like this, for example. If we place it around here, it's even in the range of electricity. In the future, we can have the, let's say, I'm just gonna use this as an example. Probably I'm gonna use Mr. Toprus's loading facility for here we go. We have a loading facility, which we can then place somewhere around here. This would be for our for our gravel loading to the trains that are going to be distributing this all over our country. So, and also probably I should have additional storage facility, which probably the best place would be here. This is why I'm reluctant of upgrading these two pathways, because most probably I'm going to be destroying them today. So let's start. Let's see how we can do this. So we have our processing facility here. I won't start constructing it yet. I'm gonna see how rest of the projects are gonna be going. This one requires 3 tons of gravel, and it still doesn't have it. Is this already? Yeah, they had it delivered. Here we go. It's coming in. So it's 22nd of February, and finally spring. Freaking not a moment too soon. We need spring. We love spring. It's gonna start though, obviously, you know what, we're not gonna push this farm for this season. This is something for our future. I will be creating this industry. Actually, you know what, I'll do it. No, let's focus on gravel. What I wanted to do is to build this industry here to have a blueprint how it's going to look like. Why is this important? Because we're going to have a central silo where everything is going to be delivered, and I would like to have alcohol production, some kind of meat production, and some kind of food production for the local industry. It doesn't have to be huge. It's going to be, you know, actually it can be huge, because we can... No, I won't. This farm is only going to be not huge, it's going to be big. I'm hoping to supply the whole town here, Iron Town over there, probably intermediate town over here, and at least our new fishing village. At least this is planned. Fishing village over here with food and meat and alcohol and all that stuff. So this is what this industrial zone should represent and should be, at least in my plans, which always are it's quite bendable. They're bendable. Right, so I'm gonna focus on that later. We'll see how much time. It's already 30 something, over 31 minutes, or over 32 minutes of this episode. So I'm gonna go back and focus on the most important project, and that would be gravel processing. Farm is just positive thing, but not crucial. While this, I would like to have it finished sooner rather than later. This is causing a little bit of a problem for us here. Okay, the paths are done, the gravel roads are done here, because sowing season is gonna start any moment now. Right, okay, we have farm production as well. Look, if we make it, we make it. If we don't, we don't, and it's fine. Obviously, we are running out of almighty dollar, so almighty dollar is seeping away, so we won't have American or Western German harvesters. We're gonna have the Soviet ones. I'm not even sure if we got the newer versions yet. I'm not following these messages usually. I'm looking more towards our survival rather than anything else. Okay, construction office here. They only have 2 projects. It's a medium farm vehicle depot, and unfinished road, which is going to be finished in a moment soon. And I think this is a good time to start with this. We can go like this and this. I'm fine. I'm being a little bit more generous with the space over here. It's because I was cheapskate. Actually, you know what? We don't have to do this. Let's demolish this, and let's go back to our original nature and being a cheapskate and just building this overly close to the road. So let's go, because we have the bulldozers and excavators free now, so we can level this area around here. That's what we like. Just level the hell out of this place. Okay, so we have this done, and now we set the processing plant. That would be this one. We're gonna have a little bit more space. I don't know what's your opinion on that. Oh, you're freaking kidding me. Fine. I can level this with a bulldozer. It's okay. but it's not nice. I thought we have 3 excavators, but I just remember that both of the construction site that we have, we are using excavators, and I know Stats is gonna be laughing his ass off because he said we should have a dedicated whatever. Right, so here we go. Like I said, no biggie. So we're gonna go for this, construct it straight away. Well, when you have time. When this is done, we can start for the building the rest of the infrastructure. So I'm gonna go and be on the safe side and remove these pads because I know they might cause some issues. They have access on the other side if anybody needs anything. So we're gonna have to have a conveyor belt access to this storage. So I'm just gonna try to be generous here and leave a lot of space for that. I will be making, so we need conveyor towers, pipelines. We're gonna go for them. I will be having something like this. So this is going to be let's see if I can try to save the road underneath in the same location. Let's go for the middle one because I have no reason, I have no idea why not or why. I think I'm hoping that this is gonna be good enough of an angle. Well, you know what? Maybe I should be like just throw money around and do this. And if by any chance this doesn't work, we're gonna build additional. Yeah, this angle is not ideal. I think I might have to go for a little bit longer. Let's go and build it like this. Okay. So what I want to do now is I was hoping to get so we're gonna have distribution in 3 directions. 2 of them are gonna be used, 1 of them connecting these. This thing I can remove the path and rebuild it and that kind of stuff just to check if it works, but it doesn't matter. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna be connecting additional tower. It's gonna take a little bit longer, but our gravel supplies are quite high. Actually, the storage is full. So what I'm gonna do now is set this to be produced. I'm gonna connect it to a pathway here, and we can continue building conveyor belt in this direction. So we have already planned where we want our cement, or sorry, this is a small panel factory. We discussed about the cement plant, and yes, I even asked you guys for a suggestion. Do you think it would be okay to import cement all the time? Many of you said no, so maybe we should try not to import cement and produce our own. At the moment, I'm not really sure if I have this small kiln, the calcium something production ovens from Mr. Vicom. Really nice mod for small production, but I think also that you guys are right that we overgrew the production with this. Would be where is it? Here we go. The calcium furnace. This would be 1.8 tons of cement a day. This bad boy consumes enormous amounts of cement, 6 tons a day. So we would have to have a bigger cement factory. I don't know if I even have any other cement factory in the mod section. So I think in this case vanilla one would probably be the best option. So what we have again more space here, which is getting smaller and smaller. Let's see how much will this cost us? How much will this set us back? Bear in mind that the price of the buildings are not really important anymore. Wow, 81 tons of cement a day. This is enormous. 22 tons of coal and 210 tons of gravel. Obviously, this is not the smallest project we ever had, and this cement plant is absolutely enormous. I will skip this part for now, just because I would like to see if we have something medium size, because this is the Soviet Union size cement plant, and I was hoping for something a little bit smaller. Bear in mind that I don't care about the price. We are producing most of our materials anyway. We are importing iron, but that's gonna be constant for foreseeable future, so iron is going to be constant cost until we get our own. So this is really expensive. I was hoping for something half of this production, because I'm thinking that when we centralize our coal storage, that this would be somewhat of perfect medium 10 tons of coal that we would have access from our brick production, from our steel production, and everything else. So I'm gonna leave this alone for now. I will be continuing constructing our, since we already have our kind of like road layout that this path can fit in here, I'm gonna be building it like this. And I'm gonna continue building the conveyor belts all the way to here. I will have intermediate tower here in this area. I'm gonna try to go with these road connected conveyor belts, just because I would like to have a road connected to them so they can be constructed. We have a problem. You probably, if you're following this channel for a while, you might know that we have a problem with these conveyor belts being connected. These conveyor belts, conveyor towers, you have the ones that are connected with paths and the ones that are connected with roads. Paths are of course better because they are much more flexible and you can connect them more easily. The problem with them is that, for example, if I build here this tower with paths, the guys wouldn't be able to construct this conveyor belt over here, because if it's connected with the paths, the trucks don't deliver materials for the adjacent conveyor tower. But this one is connected to road and this one also, so I could have placed and this would be constructed. But I'm gonna go for another tower as well, so I'm gonna go for the last tower over here. That's gonna be again, let's see, I think I want to go for again the road one. I will be... these towers don't catch fire, which is quite positive for us. This is gonna cost an enormous amount of steel. But I think it's something that we need to do. Let me know in the comment section, do you think that this is just waste of steel, or that there's something to it? And of course we have our prefab panel production facility here. I will go for this. I know some of you said I should go for vanilla one because it's more useful, but just to prove, you know, just to be, I don't know what I'm being by doing this, just to be, you know, like my own decision maker, I will go for the vanilla one, which is more, sorry, the modded one, which is more expensive and produces less. It has less workers though, I guess that can be a benefit, but it's more expensive and it's produces less. And positive thing, it's smaller footprint, it has railroad connection, and it has less workers. These are positive things. Negative things are that it's more expensive and less production. So yeah, I'm not looking to cheat at any point, you know, that we can. It's just, you know, I'm trying to be diversifying the construction industry. So here we go. We have started on a lot of big projects here. This is gonna cost, I'm serious, like enormous amounts of mechanical components. Steel, this is gonna be huge. Towers are gonna be more tricky to build because they require machinery as well as the as everything else, but these guys are going to be fast. They need steel and mechanical components, and voila, done and dusted. You can see that our steel is quite low. I'm hoping that the production of steel is going to be, like, you know, sufficient, because we are, like I said, we are using a lot of steel, and you can see that a lot of steel is still not delivered. So we're gonna need much more than we actually have at the moment. But I love to watch this grow. This is looking amazing. So we're gonna have this tower here that's gonna be distributing gravel if needed for some industries over here, cement or otherwise. I'm not really sure how we're gonna do this. And then we have this one for future loading, unloading gravel to our trains, or who knows, maybe cement can be over here if we don't have enough space, if we go for a vanilla one. But it's fine, the band's gonna make it anyway, so hopefully that's gonna be all okay. Okay, so this road is kind of resilient, so what I'm gonna do now is actually just leave it alone. I wanted to upgrade this road on one side and then on the other side, but I don't want to mess too much with them. The harvest is going nicely. This path here is probably the most useless road we have, but that's fine. Industrial zone here. How are we doing with people-wise? 220. Yeah, we are stagnating in growth. That's fine. Look, guys, we have a goal to have 50,000 people by 1970. If we fail, we fail. We don't mind. I'll decide on my own if we're gonna continue with this series or not. After that, if we fail, I don't mind failing. It's something that I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn that we can't have this much population by 1970. That's perfectly fine. As long as we're having fun, it's fine. Okay, so this is the goal for now. I'm gonna go and talk about our future expansion. So what I wanted us to do here is to be ready. So railroad construction would be probably one of the most important things for functioning faraway society. So we need railroad, and also railroad is gonna cost a lot of money to build, machinery for it, and all that stuff. Now connecting this here, these buildings over there, we can start planning them. There was a tunnel here before, but you know, because of the role-playing things, we removed it. We can what I will do here, I'm kind of worried about placing this road here, because the most important thing that's gonna go over these mountains is the railroad. Railroad is gonna have to have priority over everything, because we need this railroad to function. And by the way, if you didn't know, railroad is notoriously, how much will this take? 379 tons of gravel. But this needs to be constructed as well. I'm thinking that most of the work here is not going to be dumper truck related, so I think I'm going to go for this one as well. For this path. This is our future. This is the way to Alaskan outback. Yeah, so what I said about the railroads, it's limiting our potential of I should have left this maybe for our railroad construction, because getting over these mountains, it's quite challenging for railroad. And not only over the mountains, it's down as well. What's problematic? You can see already that, you know, he likes to go over these hilltops, but we need to go into the valley there. I'm gonna try to swing it on the left side, but it doesn't like it, so let's see if we can do it bit by bit. But again, you can see that it's fighting me on every chance. This is just experimentation while we wait for the construction to be, well, finished. And for some reason it decided, oh yeah, now it's all fine. So can I do it parallel? This is not, like I said, this is just a working title. This is just us playing around with this. It's not how it's gonna look like. Maybe it will, maybe I'm gonna leave the parts of it. Of course, we're gonna construct this railroad on our own. We'll see what kind of machinery we're gonna have available for us, and we'll work from there. That's the plan. So for now, I'm just seeing how this is gonna work out, and I'm gonna stop right here. This is the part I'm worried about. This doesn't look too steep, at least not in my eyes, so I'm not happy about these corners here. I was hoping for something a little bit more straight, but I'm not sure if this is going to be possible. We can go all the way here, but as soon as we try to connect it, it fights us. Excavators and stuff are too far from here. Now, do you think that this is a big of a difference, height difference? Maybe it is. Maybe I should have gone with a map maker. He made a tunnel through this peak, which is not the worst idea ever. For some reason, he just wants me to bend this. He just wants me to bend this, and that's it. No other choice. Yeah, I'm gonna play around with this. This is, like I said, this is not important. This is not something that I'm gonna be working on now. This is just me trying to show you guys how it's kind of difficult to get over this hill and yet be aesthetically pleasing. So I'm gonna have to work on that. We're constructing this road, fortunately, in several stages, which is fine. I'm hoping that I'm not disturbing other industries over here. You can see that this is done. This area here, it requires a lot of concrete. We have a lot of dumper trucks, but we have a cement shortage. Let me just see if our cement is being... This is the problem I have with the yeah, so I'm gonna pause this for a second, and we have a problem with cement supply. I'm perfectly fine with this. You can see that I forgot to put the this building here as the location for the cement supply, and of course I can do this. Only cement here, and I think a bitumen as well, I forgot, so we should have a problem. No, not really, we don't use that much asphalt anyway, so. But anyway, now we have the cement truck, he's off, he goes, there you go. I will be, obviously, this road is also persistent in staying there, not going away. We have bulldozers and excavators free, so I'm gonna go and get the these. All right, this is gonna be a problem. If I upgrade this path here, we're gonna lose people going to work in this meat industry over here. Sorry, in this livestock industry. Let me see if I can have additional connection here. Yeah, of course I can. So let's build this connection here. So just we have alternative entrance for these people. I think this is, yeah, I didn't build this earlier because we didn't have these industries yet. Now we do, so I should. And this is probably torn in everybody's side, this little piece of road that is just mud, and we actually have several of them. I'm not worried about that. It's aesthetically is not pleasing, but it's functional. Right, so you can see that this conveyor belt is without power supply, so we're gonna need electricity hoses coming here as well. So let's go for power substation, Mr. Toprus, or this one. And I again didn't subscribe to this channel. I need to subscribe to my own channel, which you should do right now. I'm kidding. Yeah, I didn't subscribe to the ones with no collision, which is, again, I don't have any problems with that. I think it's a really good idea to have, but not the crucial one. So we have this one is in range of electricity. I was thinking I'll probably just go for one over here. These don't have to have electricity, but maybe we should think about the future. So maybe we should just build it around here. This seems like a decent enough idea or place to place it. So let's go for this, and I'll be a little bit smarter now. Let's see our steel. We have steel. I can't believe it. We still have steel. It's not gonna be there for long because this factory needs 44 tons of steel, and well, at least everything else is being delivered. And this one requires 21 tons of steel. 14 tons is already there. So yeah, this is gonna be a little bit of steel black hole. And we need to be sure that when we build this last segment, when we redirect all the trucks to our roundabout gravel processing plant here, and I forgot to build a storage. Right, it's fine, it doesn't have to. Storage is only important for our train loading, so we have enough storage for train infrastructure, but that can be built in the future. So this one has 100 tons storage or even more, and this is going to be processing like crazy. I'm intending of keeping all these trucks here as they are, so we're going to have a lot of trucks. Maybe we're going to upgrade those at one point, but for now everything is functioning fine. So the storage should be somewhere around here, and hopefully this is where we're gonna be having our railroad infrastructure as well, but we'll see. We're gonna cross that bridge when we come to it. Again, this has enormously high, well, enormously, it has quite high gravel processing power. This is it's absolutely huge. Like they're gonna be processing 82 tons of gravel a day at maximum capacity, and we will do everything that we can to just keep it fed. So hopefully this roundabout thing is gonna work better than any other. So cheers, coffee time. Right, so we have big project just about to be finished, so hopefully this is gonna be finished now, but in this episode it doesn't have to be, but it's always good to hope. We will be connecting electricity hoses somehow. I need to be smart about this because they can't be in anybody else's way. So what I'm gonna do now is gonna go as close as I can to this construction office over here. Again, I don't think, let's diversify this. These are not really that important which ones you have. These industries are not gonna suck so much power, so just for diversity reasons I'm gonna be building those. I have a feeling that these require prefab panels. Just let me check this. Yes, they require prefab panels. Okay, that was a Cuban Missile Crisis avoided. These ones don't. We don't have these, and I'm not sure if they're gonna be adequate for us. So I'm just gonna do this. I will be, because I'm hoping to have a road over here, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna have a road over here, and I'm gonna go for just these different pillars, pylons. There we go. Ah, yeah, I was looking for this in a comment section in our Discord for a proper word or additional word for this. So you have electricity hoses, those are the cables, and then you have, let's just build this. This is gonna be fast. Well, this is gonna be a little bit longer, but they're already working on it. Right. So the proper word for these are pillars, pylons, poles, electricity. And that hold electricity hoses. Electricity hoses being electricity cables. I just heard and thought it was funny and yes, hilarious. So anyway, electricity hoses are being distributed everywhere, and that's gonna be fine. This is progressing nicely. 21 tons of steel over here is gonna be challenging because we have 26 tons of steel here, but this guy is gonna require 44 tons of steel. So prefab panel factory at the moment, it's progressing nicely. What's with this? Okay, this one requires workers, and everything else is delivered. So this is fine. I can count on this to be finished. Now, storage facility here, it's perfect. I love it. It's gonna be for our, I think this is for now going to be okay. This bad boy is delivering cement. Obviously we have a cement shortage. For now this is gonna be okay, and this is easily upgradable. So if we remove this asphalt plant and this concrete plant, I'm 100% against having these concrete and asphalt loading storages that have asphalt and concrete ready to go. I think personally, and I'm gonna be always playing like this, I will be using only I always did, I never use this, concrete storage, because concrete cannot be stored. You have to use it straight away, or asphalt. So I will not be using these storages for these concrete buildings, but what I will be using potentially, let me see if I still have them. I think I removed some of them as mods, but we have these, for example, asphalt plants that have dual parking spaces, so you can load more than one of them there. They don't have export storage, is minimal, so this is not out of the question. So this is something that I will consider, to have these kind of mods that have the several loading bays for our asphalt. We don't need it. Asphalt is not needed at the moment, but in the future. For now, I think this is fine. The only thing that I would upgrade here, it would go to the basics of construction, and that would be maybe concrete plant over here. So maybe I would be plonking something like this in here, just so we can have a little bit bigger storage for cement, and which can be of course connected. We can connect it. This building cannot have additional storage facility for cement. Maybe with the it can have it here, so technically we can have a cement storage attached to this building as well. So potentially, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing this. Okay, so the rest of it looks like it's progressing quite nicely. So we're gonna have so this is just a side project. This is not important. We can build most of our industries without panels, but panels are something that we're gonna need for the railroad construction. Financially, we didn't take any hit, zero. So financially, we are extremely stable, which I'm really happy to say and see. This episode is about planning of our new farming area, which is done. I'm not in a oh no, it's not done. I'm not in rush to getting this operational for this season. When they finish it, if they finish it in this episode, I will. It's already May. I don't think there's any point to this to have it operational in this episode, but. This is just confirmation. I have a feeling. No, that's all. Everything is fine. This is just confirmation that we're gonna have our own farming industries around here. So we're gonna have farming industries that's gonna be extremely for only local production. That's gonna be alcohol, food, and meat production. We'll see how we're gonna go with. Should we go with farms? Should we go with brewery versus vodka production, we'll decide. The options are endless. The thing is that we're gonna have to have central silo, distribution office, road cargo station delivering all the crops here, central silo, and then 3 factories that are going to be producing meat, alcohol, and food over here for our domestic consumption, which is probably going to be distributed through trains and trucks to the rest of the Alaskan Republic. Wow, this is almost done. Wow, okay, this guy had too much coffee to drink, obviously. I know a thing or two about that. Gravel-wise, again, we didn't take a huge hit. We are 600 tons of gravel. So when we are done with the gravel processing plant, we will just destroy these buildings and reconnect the gravel processing to this, and hopefully while the storage of gravel processing is being filled, we're gonna have the conveyor belts finished here, hopefully without additional tower, but I don't know, all bets are off. Right, the other thing I didn't build here, and I should, we have a minute or two left, so let's go and construct this path for our workers, which I'm kind of hoping, and I'm pretty sure that this is going to be quite in range. I'm just going to go for something like this. This is a temporary solution because some of our people are already using this length path, so I would like to see if this is going to work for us as well. I'm pretty sure it will. I'm pretty sure that I should just upgrade the roads and it should be fine, or even have a shorter shortcut like through here. But I first want to upgrade these paths as well. Do we have machinery here? We have both excavators and bulldozers, so I'm gonna go for this upgrade. Let's go for the other side first. I'm gonna do it one by one because I can see that they're still not done with this and buses might use it, and I want them to be here as soon as possible. This is going to substation first. I don't know how they choose this. Where do they get the, where do they take the people first, because these conveyor belts are one of the first buildings we constructed and they're actually doing this first, which I don't really mind. Let them work, let them do the voodoo that they do so well, and electricity hoses are here. So yeah, that's a huge leap for us, I believe, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, don't forget to press the like button. Let's have a nice view of our new industrial area expanded. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it. If you like the video, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. You can always unsubscribe later if you don't like the channel. Leave a nice comment in the comment section. Let me know what your opinion of this is, how we're building stuff here, and how we're doing so far. If you want to support the channel, that's in the description of the video. You can always buy me a coffee. Guys, have a lovely day, have a lovely Monday, and hope you're gonna do Mod Monday as well. See you in the next one. Bye bye.